Psalms 116, verse 11. I said in my haste, all men are liars. I'd like to give all glory, praise, and honor to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham Urchakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone. Shalom to the elect of Israel. This is Demayim in Atlanta, and just read Psalms 116 and 11 because of the clip that we're about to watch and the lies that these Edomites are putting out here. It's also going into their exposure, or not this scripture, but the video that we're about to watch. It's also exposing the Edomites as being the wicked as well, the Edomites being the so-called white men, including the small hatters. But one more time, Psalms 116 and 11. I said in my haste, all men are liars. And the pinnacle of this lying pyramid would be the Edomites. That's all that they do. They lie about everything, really. They lie about history. They lie about science. They lie about who they are. They lie about who the other nations are, especially the Israelites. They are liars. They're not even white. They're red. But getting to this clip, this is from the assassination attempt on the president last year. But it's showing these different angles that they're getting into in these different positions. And so fire is incoming. The photographers are directed to come over to take this great picture that they're taking. And mind you, this is all while incoming fire is being taken, while incoming gunshots are being taken. The flag is being lowered into position. He's putting his arm up because he's a survivor. The photographers are standing tall while incoming fire is there. Secret Servicemen got the photographers into position for this perfect shot with the flag down, with Trump's arm raised. And this is all just staged. And there's that Shakespeare quote that the world is a stage. Except they're doing, yes, these are staged, but the things that happen are real. There's a man that lost his life during this event. But that's how the elite of Edom run this world. They put out staged events to gain either influence or to influence people into doing certain things that they like them to do. Everything is staged. He's not a hero. He is a liar. But I want to pull up that Shakespeare quote, and this is just from the AI overview. I just put in, the world is a stage. And it says, the phrase, the world is a stage, is a well-known metaphor, most famously from William Shakespeare's play, As You Like It. It means that life is like a theatrical performance where individuals play different roles and experience various stages of life from infancy to old age. And that's basically what the Bible is. It's the scriptures are basically a movie script, and everybody has their different roles that they play within it, whether it's good or for bad. And you've got the protagonist of Yahweh Shai. You have, and then with his with the Israelites being in a role under him, but as he said, we are joint heirs with him. And then you have the antagonist being the Edomites, the so-called white man, including the small hatters. And they're the bad guy in the movie, and they've been a great bad guy. They've been really good at it. But the Israelites being the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and are scattered. And then all the other nations would be the supporting characters. They're just there in the middle. They're not going to steal the show, you could say. But yeah, the world is a stage, and we just saw a staged performance right there. But getting into the scripts, I want to go to Jeremiah 49 and verse 10. And it says, "But I have made Esau bare." So Esau is being exposed. The wicked is being revealed because they are the wicked, according to Malachi 1 and verse 4. They are being revealed. They are being exposed. They are being made bare. They used to be able to pull off staged events of this sort that would that people completely believed, but now they're doing these events, and then same day they're being exposed. And I think yesterday or day before marked the 1 year anniversary of that assassination attempt, and now it's right out in the open. People can see that that is staged, and this is all going into their exposure. They're being exposed as not being the bastions of morality, the people of the Lord, as they've gone around the world saying. They're being exposed as being very wicked, conniving people, and rightfully so. It says, "I have uncovered his secret places," and that's how they thrive, through secrecy. People used to not question whether Yahushua was a white man or not. They just all went with it, with white Jesus. And now it's being known that he's a dark-skinned man, which shows them to be liars. That's uncovering their secret places. Also, uncovering Amalek as being hated of the Lord and not the Lord's people, which shows they have no claim to that land. They are being exposed on many, many, many levels. Their history is being exposed. Their sciences are being exposed. Just look at that snake bite they wanted everybody to take. That is being exposed. Things aren't working out for them as they used to, but the Lord is removing wisdom from Teman. It says, "And he shall not be able to hide himself," because that was when Cain had the mark placed on him. That's what he was worried about, that everybody that saw him would slay him. Well, that mark is coming off, or the protection that the Lord placed on him as well, because he would be anyone that killed Cain, and his descendants would be avenged sevenfold. And that has been occurring for the longest, but it's all being removed. He's being made bare. His seed is spoiled. They have terrible birth rates, and they're also losing a lot of people through fentanyl and different drug overdoses. Not to mention this war that's coming. It's going to devastate the Edomites and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not, because the Edomites are the only nation that are going to be taken off the planet. Obadiah 1 and 18 are all going to get burnt up, and can't wait to see that. But first, they have to get their destruction on this side, and then they have to be reincarnated into the kingdom as slaves, in which they'll serve out a very long captivity, a very long, hard captivity, double what we got, and then there'll be Obadiah 1 and 18 taken off this earth. I'm going to move over a chapter and jump down to verse 35. So this is Jeremiah 50 and verse 35. "A sword is upon the Chaldeans, saith the Lord, and upon the inhabitants of Babylon," Babylon being America, "and upon her princes, and upon her wise men." So this is directed towards the elite, Chaldeans, upon the princes, and upon the wise men, but ultimately all of Babylon, because Babylon's going to be completely destroyed as well, just like Esau, Edom. Their judgments are intertwined. It says the sword is upon the liars, and that's the point here, because these people are liars. The beginnings of being told about America. As a child, you're told that Columbus came over here because he got lost looking for East India, but ended up over here. But come to find out, he got the information from Esdras to find the Israelites over here in this land. These are complete liars. Their science is a lie. Their history that they put out is a lie because they take on people that they weren't. Everything is a lie, and you could see the outcome of it within society. People believe complete lies and will argue and fight you over it. Everything's a lie. But a sword is upon the liars, and they shall dote. A sword is upon her mighty men, and they shall be dismayed, because America's going to get stomped out in World War III. A sword is upon her horses, and upon their chariots, and upon all the mingled people that are in the midst of her, because this place is known as a melting pot. All the nations are gathered here in America, in Babylon the Great, and they shall become as women. A sword is upon her treasures, and they shall be robbed. America is about to be spoiled. It's going to be nothing but booty. Revelation 21 and verse 8. And to preface this is speaking of Israelites, because Israelites are the only ones that can receive salvation. But the Edomites, so-called white man, and the small hatters have taken on this Bible. They say it's the law of the land here in Babylon, here in America. They took over the land of Israel. They claim to be the Lord's people, but they are actually Edom. They are the wicked, and this is going to come to them because they're going to be judged off of everything in the book. Even though they go around saying that the laws are done away with, they're going to be judged. But Revelation 21 and 11. But the fearful and unbelieving and the abominable and murderers and whoremongers and sorcerers and idolaters and all liars. Esau is every one of these characteristics. And a liar. They are liars. That clip showed you how big of liars they are. They staged it to the whole world. These are liars. And all liars shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone, which is the second death. The lake of fire is America. America will be nuked. And this will be the second death. It's going to go off into different parts of the earth, but the biggest destination will be America, and Israel is going to be nuked as well. But Israel will be dwelt in again, but America will just be an example of how not to be, of what wickedness was. And it's a good thing, because this earth is completely polluted with both physical trash and spiritually polluted with all of these lies that the Edomites have put out. And so we're waiting for their judgment, and the Lord's going to bring it. And so Esau's a liar. Lord willing, that was edifying. I'd like to give all glory, praise, and honor to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham Kwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone. Shalom to the elect of Israel. Shalom.